All right. Let us take a look here. It's going to be a little second, guys, before we get going if you see this, so just kind of stay tight here. Just for a second, I have to start sending this out to elsewhere. Not what I wanted. Let me get up another stream, actually. Let me get up an... Alright, this is what I want. Sorry, I have to tell my Discord people that race is going to be starting a little earlier than yesterday because I don't want to be up all night. I did not sleep well last night, so... Gosh, this book has been used something fierce. That's what I want. Morning or afternoon, all. If you hear any weather in the background, that's because the racing studio here in northern Ohio, where I currently am, has been having thunderstorms all day, even when there's no actual storms around. So that'll be interesting as we get going here. So we're starting a little earlier than normal here. 10 minutes on the clock. All these cars will be attempting to get into the round of Nashville. Only one car is not here. That's Julius Costra. Costra failed tech last week for the Indy 250. And besides the point, that is that. Also, what is it? Also, Jared Vershagen is not in this session either, and that's because the 8 car is not going to be here for the rest of the year because he will be racing in the 48 for the remainder of the year. Jared Vershagen will be in Cody Lamas' car. Lamas is going to be done for the entire season after his big hit. So yeah, very sad to see his championship hopes kind of end right there, but it's very sad to see that. But Jared Vershagen will be in the 48 car for the remainder of the year. It was a move by GM to get Vershagen in that car. Of course, he's going to be driving a Pontiac next year, which is GM's racing brand. And yeah, Silver Speed's running Pontiacs, and, well, GM wanted him in a high-end car to get ready for next year, so Jared Vershagen will be racing in the 48 the remainder of the year. No word on how much involvement Lamas has here. Let's take a look. Hello, Billy, and I'm outside of a service plaza in Amherst right now. Amherst where? Like, what is that, Mass? Amherst, Mass? I think Massachusetts has an Amherst. But anyway, remember, top 22 should make it into this, what is it? Into this week's, race today. And right now, it is apparently the 2 Morse code cars. Oh, we had a car, looks like on the apron, have issues there. That's a big hit for Sevar Ilkin there. That's not what you want to do, my good man. Oh. That was a big incident there. Looks like it was... Hi, Zachary Fitzwater. There's a car high there. I don't know why you did that, but... And, it looks like also Grainer is going to get some contact with that as well, so... That's not good. Ohio. Oh, that's not far from here, actually. Where I am, Woodard. Maybe about 20 minutes down the road from me. How's the weather in Amherst? Because that will be, hitting me in about 45 minutes then because of how slow it's moving. Has it finally cleared up over there? I know exactly where that Service Plaza even is. I used to stop there on my way back from Bowling Green. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Joshua Michaels is the fastest car right now. But really, the key here is 22nd and above, and that's Harley Fordale. Oh, Jamison Moore in the fence there. Got to be careful there. There's Karam Stratan there. The Nashville Superspeedway is one of the more challenging ovals we go to in terms of trying to get your car to behave here. Where's Carter Fitzgerald? Fitzgerald, of course, running third, very fast. And Ryan Matthews might actually make a win. Might actually make the field for once. So, might not be everybody point and laugh at Ryan as it is normally. As we only have half of the session remaining, though, he's down to 14th position, so could be an interesting showdown here for who gets into this field and who doesn't. But there's Sean Perkins, missed out on a chance to go for the Triple Crown last week. However, he will be back in a third car capacity in order to try and get that Triple Crown. The 51 is Ingrid Hadeland this week. She was cleared to drive this week. And Hadeland is... Hadeland didn't take a lot of hard hits in her Indy wreck. It looked like it, but didn't. Lamas was the only one that really did. And so Lamas is already out, and therefore Vershegen has been locked into this race in a very, very fast car. We'll see how he does in terms of competing with Vince Freeze there. I'm guessing he'll have to take a number 2 role to try and get Vince Freeze into the main race. But Ingrid Hadeland took a big hit, but did not sustain a lot of injury in that big hit. So, checks came back good. Neither of these two cars will make it, I think. Lothair Irvine and Coleman. You got Grainer out there, who's in 12th on the board. Ilkin's close to not making it. Lester Wester is in, surprisingly. Griffith is in. That's no surprise there. Longstocking's actually a little lower than we're used to seeing. Morse not doing too well there either. Tannerhill's looking really strong as well there. Oskin not in. Jamison Moore is in again. As we go through the field here, we're just looking here. Ooh, Flaubert not doing very well. Perkins is on the outside looking in, needs to improve. All three of these drivers are looking pretty good. Farley Callahan jumps up to the top of that grid spot there. Russ Pliskin down there as well. Or up there as well. Great to see Pliskin here. He got thrown out for Indy 250. There's Quinn Kelly, Josh Michaels, etc. around this track. It's going to be very difficult here. We're only going to do, I think, one more race. I think tomorrow is Wednesday. One more race this weekend, and then the last 2 races, I don't know when they're going to be run. But Talladega and Ice Planet, I don't know when they're going to be run. But next up is the Charlotte Roval. So that should be interesting. But we have 2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining, and it's going to be mad dash to try and get as many positions as you can. It looks like Lothair Irvine is trying to get going there. Quinn Kelly's going to make it in the only Landry car, I believe. Obviously, the 8's not in this. Landry is only bringing 1 car because they couldn't find a second driver quick enough. If any of you out there want to be the second driver for Landry, I will throw you in the 8 car. But here we go. There's Kai Dry going down pit road. Not exactly the fastest run there by Kai Dry. Kiterman is in as well. Kiterman was strong at the Indy 250. Ooh, that hurt. There's Farley Callahan. Looking really strong there. Wrapping around. Sorry, Entity Brown is a Mid-Atlantic development driver. They're a Kansas Chaser, and they are not interested. Farley Callahan looking pretty good right now, though. First time we've really seen Farley Callahan really step out of his shell here and doing a really good job here. I believe he is from Sandusky, Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. Another driver from the Ohio Army of drivers here in this series. I'm not sure on that, though. Farley Callahan might be from somewhere else. As we go down through the order here. The 44 is the bumper car. With only about 46 seconds remaining, this could be a very interesting showdown because he is not out there on track right now. And he should be the last car to make it if this keeps going the way it is. That 44 should make it. But again, it all comes down to who starts bumping each other out. And right at the end of the Indy 250 last chance, or qualifiers, there's a bunch of people that bumped their way in right at the end. But, right now, yes, I believe both the Mid-Atlantic cars are currently running in the top 10. So 30 seconds to go in the session, still. And there isn't a lot of cars out there that still need to bump their way in, actually. All right, there's one. That's Austin Silverspoon. Does not go quick enough there. And I think we are going to be done here before Flaubert can get across the line. So with that being said, I believe our positions have been locked, with Farley Callahan being the fastest of the 22 drivers to make it. So good for Callahan. Michaels also up there again. That's important for both those two drivers because they need as much good results as possible. Tannerhill in third position. Tannerhill needed that as well. Fourth is Chase Dunbar, another driver who hasn't really had the best start to his one-off campaign, but has done a lot better lately. Made the Indy 250, I believe. Or maybe it was Ohio he made. Fitzgerald, no shock there. Hadeland makes it in. No surprise there at all. The one that's a big surprise is Dylan Speeds did not make it. And Dylan Speeds was really strong at Indy up until his crash, so he did not make it. Griffith will be in 7th. Jamison Moore. Jay Moore is in 8th. Good for him there. Russ Pliskin, 9th. Welcome back, Russ. We've missed you. 10th for Allison Holiday. 11th goes to Misaki. Kind of surprised that we have one of the Menervinis making it 2 weeks in a row. There, Kelly is 12th on the grid. 13th goes to Grainer. 14th goes to Matthews. So this is not everybody point and laugh at Ryan, like it has been the last couple of weeks. Roy is 15th. Morse is 16th. Both the Morse code cars make the grid. Kiterman 17th. Monaco 18th. 19th is Longstocking. At one time, I thought Longstocking almost won the Indy 250. 20th goes to Fitzwater. 21st goes to Lester Wester. And 22nd goes to Perkins with Ilkin. Dormitory, and Oskin all not making the field here. And I always just take a couple of these just to be sure there isn't anything else funny business going on today. So, with that being said, that is one-off qualifying done there. It is time to now go to the main event, but that means we have to set up the main field. So, actually, the driver I need to remove is the 27 car, but that means somebody else isn't in the field that should be. And I believe that's neither of those two cars. We'll take a look at that in a second here, who that is. We might be taking a third driver here. Somebody is in this field that's not supposed to be in this field, or somebody that's not listed needs to be listed. Hirano, Costra, Beth Woodard, Greg Woodard. That would be the 7 and the 17 are not listed. That's what it is. I need to update that. And we'll run that. We haven't run the black car lately for them. Alright, so Farley Callahan becomes the first driver to make it onto the ARCSOA Elite Series grid here. Joshua Michaels is the second driver to make it onto the grid. Tanner Hill is the third. Sorry if this is a little boring, but this is kind of the behind the scenes of how ARCSOA is run. Dunbar is the fourth. Fitzgerald is the fifth. Hadeland is the sixth. Hadeland is already listed, so that means Griffith is 7th. I need to update the main list. Moore is 8th. Jameson Moore, that is. Ethan Moore should already be in the field. Pliskin is 9th. Holiday is 10th. Both the Mid-Atlantic cars make the grid. That's impressive for them. Misaki, a long time since we've seen Mika Misaki on the grid. 12th, we have Quinn Kelly, the Ohio winner, even though his car was deemed illegal. Hold on. 13th, we have is Grainer. 14th, we have Matthews. Good to see Ryan Matthews finally make the field for something. Rich Roy is 15th. 16th is Tim Morse. 17th is Kiterman. It's time for yellow. 18th, we have Monaco. 19th, we have Longstocking. 20th, we have Fitzwater. And I am on the wrong end there. 21 for Lester Wester. And 22nd, we have Sean Perkins. Once again, just squeaking into the race right then and there. So that is... All right. I will be back in 1 second, and then we will get going with the main event here at Nashville. It is going to be 113 laps around this track. All right, everybody. It's time to get going here at Nashville for what will probably... Oh, we will run a race tomorrow, I think. I am apologize. So, yeah, the Charlotte Roval we will run tomorrow, but then after that, probably nothing else for the remainder of the week. And Farley Callahan's on the pole, I guess. Okay. Was not expecting that. Look at Jared Vershegen at the 48 up there. Wow. Okay, was definitely not expecting that one. Let's get to the track here just to get the cars to line up.
Drivers, to your cars.
All right. So, how will Jared Vershegen play with his new teammate Vince Freeze? That is going to be a big question, especially with the way the field is located out. This race is expected to be a bit of a pit strategy race with a lot of tire wear. This concrete surface is very, very difficult on tires, and it will be incredibly difficult to keep your car underneath you. Any predictions on the victory today? Please type them in the chat as we get ready to go here. Farley Callahan and Carter Fitzgerald will lead the field to the green, followed by the two DNC cars of Vershegen and Freeze. Vershegen actually outqualifies his teammate. That's very impressive for an initial run in a team that you have no idea anything about. Again, remember, tire wear will be a big factor in this event. Cars are quite slow when they are quite old on tires. Here we go. Green flag is in the air, and away we go. Down to turn number 1 they go. Great start by Callahan. Fitzgerald is going to slot, I think, right into line, I would imagine, unless if Vershegen slams the door. No, he does not. Whoops, didn't mean to do that there at all. Oh, is that a Cedar Point logo on the back of that? I never even noticed that. Definitely a Sandusky native there. Down to turn 3 we go. And it looks like, oh, wow, Vince Freeze gets the outside to really work on his teammate Vershegen there. And we have a feeling that Vershegen's just going to play the really smart teammate role here and just really help out the teammate as much as possible, Vince Freeze, because Freeze now is already starting. Oh, we got a crash in the back. One of the Nissans are... Oh, one of the Nissans is blowing up and another Nissan's around in the back. So, again, both Nissans involved in the first caution of the race. And Davidson's blowing up, and Ard goes with him. Well, that was a rather interesting little incident there. Did those two make contact, or was it just... Yes, they did. 84 is blowing up, and the 83 runs into him. And actually collects Allison Holiday and Quinn Kelly in there as well. Holiday's got a lot of front-end damage on that car. And I think actually Fitzwater got a bit of damage as well. But we already have our first caution of the race. Not what we would have expected. But it looks like, meanwhile, Carter Fitzgerald, I think, is going to lead the field back to the yellow here. And Carter Fitzgerald is the leader of the race. But again, tire wear is going to be a big factor. And now some of the leaders are coming down pit road. And Carter Fitzgerald's staying out. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Yeah, Holiday is toast, yeah. Again, not how we would have thought this race was going to start, really. We expected this race to be a very clean one, to be honest with you. Not nearly what we got there. But, of course, both the Nissans are out again in the first caution. So, all that positive gain that a lot of these drivers have been noticing lately, yeah, that's kind of out the window here. We weren't really expecting... we were expecting Nissan to do a little bit better than what they are doing. Jared Vershegen is going to be up in the second on account that he didn't pit. All the cars up at the front of the field did not pit. Let's see who the first car that did pit was. I think it's going to be people toward the back here, like Jamison Moore pitted, etc. So these cars, remember, tire wear is going to be critical around this track. And just knowing that is going to be very interesting. Although the 83 is not out of the race. So that's another big surprise there. I would have thought he would have gone out. Right now, I think the only car out of the race is the 56 and the 84. So Holiday and Davidson are the only 2 cars out of this event. As here they come. Is this going to be the one to go, maybe? Nope, they're going to go around for another caution lap here. Hopefully we'll get some good green flag racing here. I know at Indianapolis was a bit of a crash fest, but hopefully this isn't going to be like that too much longer, but I shan't hold my breath about that because, to be honest, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to hold my breath on it because we thought Indy was going to be a little calmer than normal, and it ended up not being. So, here we go. Carter Fitzgerald leads the race right now. In the 60 car, Vershegen is in second. Oh, we got a comment. Let's actually take a look at some of the comments while the field goes around here. The 60 is leading because she qualified second and had a better start than the pole sitter. That's why. And she didn't pit either. She did not pit. There was a yellow flag because the 2 Nissans again make contact. Davidson was blowing up. Ard runs into him and wrecks in front of the rear of the field. Taking out Allison Holiday and damaging, I believe, Fitzwater and another car in there as well. 1 to go on this caution here. Hopefully we get some green flag racing in today. Tire wear is incredibly strong around here, Ryan. That's why. Tire fall off is rather insane. The concrete surface here is not doing well on the tires at this track. So I guess 3 laps actually means something around here, so that could be interesting. There's Jared Vershegen in the 48 car as well, if you didn't hear that. Again, great to see Vershegen up this high. He's going to have to do his best for the DNC Brigade, as we know. And now they will be going through turns 3 and 4. Hopefully we'll get more than 2 laps of green this time. And Carter Fitzgerald will lead the field to the green. Sorry, I'm not as pumpy and, like, crazy energetic as the Indy 250. This is going to hopefully be a more mellow race. Although I will be pumpy and energetic when I need to be. Green flag is out. Carter Fitzgerald gets a great restart there. Brock is already going to try and put moves on Vershegen, who is not used to running near the front of the field. In fact, he's used to trying to qualify into the field. But Vershegen is showing some rather veteran-like moves on the outside there. Trying to get the outside to chug there. Looks like that will be the case as they go down into turn 3 here. It looks like the outside is a little better than the inside. And Michaels now is going up with him. So here they go down the front straightaway. Fitzgerald continues to lead, but again, both lines are relatively even. As we go through this pack here, we're going to take a look, make sure everybody gets through it here. They went further than they did on the restart. Oh, but we do have a car on pit road. We got a couple on pit road, actually. Let's see who they are, actually, up there. They are Fitzwater and Takumi Hirano on pit road. And the pit road exit line here is very interesting, and it might cause some issues if it's in the middle of the pack. Michaels is now trying underneath Vershegen there. He dives to the inside, but it looks like Vershegen's going to fight back on the outside here. And, again, very even lines around this track as well, and it doesn't look like the lap cars will be too much of a factor for either of Hirano it doesn't look like lap cars will be too much of a factor for the pack because they are joining behind it. Brock now is trying to help somebody get to the front, or maybe try the third line up the middle. This is an aggressive move. We'll see how this works for Brock here. And again, all 3 lines look pretty even there. Maybe Vershegen's on the way outside lost a little bit there, but again, great move there. As Carter Fitzgerald's got to be loving this because she's got a big lead, and well, doesn't look like anybody's really challenging her that much. Also, got to give more shout-outs to the other Matthews Motorsports car, Ryan Matthews, even though he nearly got the wall there. Running 14th. at the end of that last lap. Actually lost position down to 15th, but good to see Matthews doing so well in this race. It's been a while since he's had a good run going for him so far. 3 wide, a little further back. That is points leader Noah Hart, I believe. Back. No, that's Aiden Shepard. My apologies. They're trying to get through this pack as well. Where is our point leader Noah Hart? Hart, of course, has over a full race point lead. He's down in 29th, but it's still early in this event. And Hart tends to be really good at conserving his stuff, and this track looks like it's going to be a conservation showing as, again, tire wear is always quite massive on these concrete, kind of weirdly shaped ovals. Reminds me a little bit of the Houston track, a little bit Nashville is. And wow, look at that move, trying the outside there by Matthews there. Not going to be able to get it done, I think. And I think Tannerhill's actually going to make the inside work and clear Matthews. Looks like Matthews is falling back just a little bit there. We had a Grainer hit the wall. I scraped the wall, I think, there. But a little further up the field, it is now Brock v. Fitzgerald up there as Michaels gets by Vershegen there. Perkins is on the move as well. So, again, got to be oh so careful you don't get into too much trouble on one of these days. Because, again, got to be careful. Oh, Brock's looking down low. Not going to get it done, though, as Fitzgerald gets a much better run through the center of the corner. There, down the back straightaway now. Brock's going to try again to the inside. And I think maybe this time he'll get... Oh, no, but Fitzgerald can just sail the outside a lot easier, and that's going to actually bring Matthews to this battle, as well as Perkins is going to try and make a move on the Vershegen car. As we know, Vershegen is going to try everything he can just to hold on as much as he possibly can to any position he can, because DNC needs as many team points as possible, and they didn't get a lot of team points at Indy, and Vershegen is only there for the team point situation, really, because he doesn't have a chance at the Drivers' Championship. But Vershegen is there also for experience because, hey, Silver Speed needs him to be in competitive equipment and know how to run at the front of the field, which he did at the American 700 a little bit, but he hasn't. But that was mainly through attrition and people falling out that Vershegen was up there. Let's take a look at the chat to see what's going on here. Looks like just some commentary there by a couple of drivers as we get going now. It is difficult to pass, I've noticed, around this track, or at least get by the leader. It looks like it is a very lead-centric track, this is. A lot of dirty air getting thrown up around this facility here, as looks like Fitzgerald especially likes that mid-line there in between the two lanes, because she can play both lanes well, although she didn't get a good exit off the corner there, but is going to force Brock to go to the inside, and that's not going to be a good spot typically for Brock, although Brock gets a much better run through the center of the corner there, but it's not going to be enough. I don't think. I think Fitzgerald's going to get the better run there. Maybe not. Brock's holding strong, though. Down on the inside. William Brock now. But down into one again. Will Brock be able to clear? No. Fitzgerald gets a much better run off the corner, but has to slow up a bit here. Man, Nashville's really strong. It's not currently scheduled on the ARCSOA Elite Series schedule next year, but if it races like this, we might be back next year. I kind of like the way this track is racing. And here goes Fitzgerald on the outside there. Again, side-by-side battling. What a showing here from Nashville Superspeedway. We're already losing about a second of pace now, and I think Brock now is going to take over the lead of this event here, as Fitzgerald probably just wants to slide back in line here and just hope that she can fight another day here in a little bit. But what a move by Carter Fitzgerald, or what a move by William Brock, just sticking with it on the inside there, trying to get going. And great to see that there, as now Vershagen's recatching this pack, and also looks like the Lycoya of Greg Woodard, Tim Morse in the 15, Anthony Griffith, and Aiden Shepard now are starting to catch up as well. As it looked like Fitzgerald tried the inside of Perkins, and it didn't work. So just FYI, next time try another move there, Carter. But looks like Sean Perkins now has taken over third position. And now it's going to be a battle at the front of the field now between Joshua Michaels, who has been nowhere all year, really, and William Brock, as they keep falling off their pace from the start of this race. As you can see, that fall off is quite massive throughout a run. And it's how long does it take before... It's going to come down to a tire strategy race, really. And, again, tire strategy is going to be important. Also, remember to vote on your Reject of the Day. We have Reject of the Days open at lines open throughout the race, so you can vote for Reject of the Race. And here comes Michaels again, trying to make a move on the 17 there. I was also looking a little further back. They're starting to gap Perkins a little bit. And now we're going to have another battle for the lead here, as I think the 6... Not going to make a move there. We do have a chat in there. So far, it's the Nissan team. Yeah, Nissan team really problematic there. Down the front straightaway now. It looks like Fitzgerald's dropped back quite a bit, so it's the top 3 kind of escaping off into the distance. But, again, got to be really careful you're not getting yourselves into too much trouble here with tire wear, really. Tire wear is a very difficult thing to predict here at this track. So, all we know is that there's going to be fall off. And as we go through the field here, ooh, it looked like Abbott was going to try 3 wide there, but still nothing at the front of the field, although Woodard's trying to make a move on Vershegen. Vershegen, like I said, is just trying to get into the swing of things, just try and understand that car a little bit, and that's really all DNC wants, is just get some points with it, just to try and help us in the team standings, because we know Lamas is going to be out for the remainder of the season. Maybe Vershegen can try something once we get to Talladega, a track that's a little bit more random here. But now in the front of the field, though, oh, it looks like Fitzgerald trying the way high line, trying to get just any type of grip there. And I don't think it worked. Fitzgerald's, there's some cars really slowing down at the front of the field now, just due to the tire wear, really. Again, there's some big slow-ups in this pack, and the first car to really make that pit stop is going to start blasting by a bunch of these cars, I think, by the end of it. We got some cars doing 31s in the back when the leaders were doing 29s at the start of the run. Also, Ryan Matthews, I hate to say it, but we might be pointing and laughing. He has dropped down to 35th. Tire wear has not been Ryan Matthews' friend today, as we kind of go through the order here. Ethan Moore not having a great day. Bobby Jones, Indy 250 winner. Lance Calvin not doing very well. Eric Monaco, Noah Hart, our point leader, not doing well. Again, oh, we got some cars starting to make pit stops. That's Austin Sanders. It's going to be very interesting to see how quickly Sanders rockets through the field now that he's pitting. So here we go. Pit stop cycle is going to start playing out here, and with this being a tire strategy race, I don't know if that's scheduled or not. That could have just been a tire going down, maybe. Yes, it was a tire going down, actually. But Sanders is going to be off cycle of everybody, which should be very interesting to watch. He should be able to blast by a lot of these cars then. Sanders did have a tire going down, though. And you might as well just do all 4 if the tires are going to be that much of a fall off here. And here we go. Ooh, there's a close battle further up the track there. Around Vince Freeze. Freeze is, of course, pitted, so he's rocketing up through the field. Bethany Woodard's now becoming a major championship contender if Hart doesn't score. And again, not a lot of change at the front of the field. You can't really expect that much, though, as now here's Austin Sanders out there now as, well, here we go. They're going to catch Quinn Kelly, who is very slow out there. 32-second lap time last time by almost a full 2 seconds off the pace of the leaders now. Looks like Perkins is going to try Michaels here for second. Will he get the spot is a good question here. And it looks like Perkins dives it in there and will get the spot. He will get the spot there. So now Perkins is going to try, I think, Brock now. And, oh, that's going to be close here. What are you doing, Quinn Kelly? You're 2 seconds off the pace, and you're blocking the leaders. Well, he at least gets out of the way that time, but let's see what kind of laps. He's actually not that quick right now, although his car himself isn't that fast anyway, but that's besides the point. Vershegen has lost a spot to Woodard. Woodard is now, Greg Woodard is now trying to chase down Carter Fitzgerald. Of course, they are the Constructors' Points leaders. And this race has been going quite some time now. And remember, there were some cars that pitted under yellow, have 3 laps more of gas than everybody else. So expect that to be a factor in this event. Ooh. Sean Perkins gets a great run out of the center of the corner there. He is all over the back bumper of Brock. And now, will Perkins be able to do anything with Brock is another story here, but it doesn't look like it there, though. But, again, just holding out hope, you know? Holding out hope. Meanwhile, Michaels is now trying to make a move back on Perkins now. And again, now Michaels is just trying that inside line. Not going to get it, though. And now they're 3 wide. Or not 3 wide. Now they're back single file, I should say. Sorry, there's a storm outside right now, unfortunately, and that kind of got me sidetracked. Yeah, you're in the 48. Yeah, Lamas got injured, and GM wanted you in the 48, Jared, because Silver Speed's running GM products next year, so you're in the 48 for the remainder of the season. Congrats. And now Michaels is trying the inside of Perkins there, but again, not a whole lot anybody can do there. As, well, now Michaels is really starting to get that inside chugging now. And this race has really slowed down quite a bit, actually. And now Michaels has taken over second position there. Vershagen's now starting to make him run back on Fitzgerald here. Again, this is a very tire-sensitive track, as now Perkins is trying the outside again. They're not going to get it done, though, I don't believe. Again, very slow race there. Oh, we got a number of cars that have pitted already. Like Ryan Matthews is in. A couple other cars have brought it down pit road. I missed that, actually. That, we'll see. Oh, we got the 07 blowing up. Already was a lap down. I don't think they're going to throw a yellow for that, though, because it is during a pit stop cycle. So they're going to try and see if the oil isn't going to affect anyone there. And Matthews is on pit road. Fitzgerald is in as well, so they're going to try the early pit game here and try and get that head start on them there. Of course, the 06 is a fuel leak. So we're back to everybody pointing and laughing at Ryan. My apologies there, Ryan. Fitzgerald is going to pit, though. And here we go. This could be interesting now. How's the 51 doing? Now we might have a yellow. Yes, we do have a yellow flag. I heard some fence work, and now where everybody is back to pointing and laughing at Ryan, because one car had a fuel leak, and I think the other car just went a lap down. I think. So everybody point and laugh at the Matthews Motorsports team, because their luck is absolutely atrocious. How did this wreck happen? It looked like DJ Curtis went around. Oh yeah, he tries to pit, and Grainer's down there, and well, he can't pit from the middle line there, DJ. That's not how this works. Can't do that. Did the 06 go a lap down? Yes. Or did the 60 go a lap down? Yes, she did. So Ryan, Your team has the worst luck. I'm not going to lie to you there. Your team has some pretty poor luck. Meanwhile, Joshua Michaels has gotten into the lead of the race over the 17. Where's the 17? The 17 has dropped back to third on that start there, so here we go. On the pit stop strategy, a couple cars had stayed out. These were all cars that were one lap down, obviously. Farley Callahan being one of them. And you got to feel bad for Carter Fitzgerald because Carter Fitzgerald could have won this race. Looks like Vershegen is going to beat Brock out of the pits. Brock had a really bad stop there. So now, second caution of the race is done on here on lap 40. And Michaels is going to lead this. We'll be back in a couple of minutes here. And I'll be back definitely before we go green. All right, I am back here, and we are going to have a quickie yellow here because there's a bunch of cars on the tail end of the lead lap. And ARCSOA rule is that they will get a wave around. So we're going to go immediately back under yellow here in order to give these cars their lap back. So the moment they go green, the yellow will fly again. And that is the wave around procedure. So right there, all those cars get their lap back right there. So there is another... Oh, Perkins is blowing up! Oh, no! Sean Perkins from second grenades the motor. And they would have been under yellow anyway from that restart because that would have been a lot of crap on the track. So they would have been back under yellow. Anyway, so all those cars get their lap back. And Ryan Matthews is still on pit road. Thought I'd give an update there. And now the 6 looks like he might be pitting, maybe? No? I don't know why you'd pit now, but okay. Obviously, Perkins has to bring it down pit road, and Perkins is, well, done, if you know what I mean. So, again, we're back under yellow flag. We're actually pretty far along into this race. After, granted, halfway is 56 laps in this race, but we're almost halfway through it. It's been a pretty quick race here, as right now race leader is Joshua Michaels, Greg Woodard, Jared Vershegen, William Brock, Tim Morse, Caitlin Tannerhill up in 6th, Aiden Shepard 7th, Anthony Griffith 8th, Beth Woodard 9th, Carol Abbott 10th, Ryan Griffin 11th, Chase Dunbar 12th, Rich Roy 13th, 14th is Ethan Kiterman, 15th is Grainer, 16th is Freeze, 17th is Longstocking, 18th is Pliskin, 19th is Faust, 20th is Monaco, 21st is Lester Wester, 22nd is Ethan Moore, that is, 23rd is Jones, 24th is Hart, 25th is Misaki, 26th is Jameson Moore, 27th is Farley Callahan, 28th is the 60, 29th is Quinn Kelly, 30th is Pericles, 31st is Fitzwater, 32nd is Hadeland, 33rd is Thaber, 34th is Kelvin, and 35th is Curtis. And this was originally going to be a quickie yellow. Typically this game likes to give out quick yellows, I think, when you do immediately throw a yellow right after that in order to give them their lap back. However, doesn't appear to be the case. Because Perkins blew up. So how's everybody in the comments today? Yeah, everybody who was a lap down got their lap back as well because of just the way that the line was. So everybody gets a lucky dog. ARCSOA can be nice like that. And typically that's something that we do in the American 700 as well. And if it's within like the final 10 laps, we don't do it, obviously. But it's something that ARCSOA does do. And we're going to go green this time, as you can see, because it is a little quicker than a normal yellow, because I think we'd be doing one extra lap if this were a normal yellow. But now, we are coming down to another restart here. Joshua Michaels and Greg Woodard with Jared Vershegen in third. Vershegen was up front in the American 700 already. But, he hasn't really had a race-winning caliber car. I mean, Jared Vershegen in the American 700 really was only up there by default in the 8 car, and now the 48. This is like going from one of the lowliest teams on the grid to one of the best on the grid, and, well, although Joshua Michaels being up there is kind of a shock as well, so, as was Quinn Kelly in Ohio. But Michaels is going to lead the field back to the green flag here at Nashville. And we are off. Green flag racing is out here. And it looks like Vershegen got a good start. Woodard did not. Brock is immediately trying to go underneath Vershegen there. And again, actually early in the run, it might actually go to Brock. Sometimes that outside really kicks in. And Tannerhill did not get a good start further back, but we'll see how that pans out there. Down into turn number 1 they go, or down into turn 3 they go, rather. I am not commentating well today. But right now, looks like Morris is going to try down low on Brock, and Vershegen is going to lose a couple of spots there. Maybe not, Brock sails it around the outside. But Brock nearly gets into the wall and has to back out of it. And now Vershegen gets back by Morse, I believe, or should be able to, now that they're up to speed. Again, this track can be a little weird when it comes to racing lines. Definitely a little weird when it comes to racing lines, as both lines are relatively even around this track. Ingrid Hadeland further back. Lance Kelvin, our Indy 250 winner, just got to maneuver through this pack as much as we possibly can. Look at Carter Fitzgerald slide up through the middle there. What a move by Fitzgerald there. Right through the center, threading the needle there. What a move there. Fitzgerald is going to gain a number of spots. We know Fitzgerald has one of the fastest cars all day. Fourth fastest car of the day there, restarting from the back. And Fitzgerald now gained from 26th up to 23rd in one lap there with one move. So watch Carter Fitzgerald fly through this field here. However, I'd be concerned, though, the Matthews Motorsports car isn't great at saving tires, and it looks like Bethany Woodard, second in points, does get the wall there. So that's going to be an interesting thought process there. Look at Misaki there as well. As we go through the field here, the 6 car and the 96 are doing battle for the lead of this event. Now, it looks like, though, the 96 is struggling a bit there. Vershegen and Morse now are going to be doing battle for 4th as well. Let's go back a little bit through the field here. Tannerhill battling with Abbott. That's contact there. What are you two doing? Luckily, they get off of each other there right at the end, but that could have been really iffy there between those two cars. That could have been a bad accident there. Let's go back and take a look at that, actually, because that was definite door-to-door contact there. And next year, when we have some personal conduct penalizations back at ARCSOA, that could have been very, very iffy there for Tannerhill, or for Abbott there, because that could have fallen under ARCSOA's personal conduct policy, or on-track conduct policy. But meanwhile, at the front of the field, looks like we have lost a position here for Greg Woodard. We're going to have to go back and see how William Brock has gotten by Woodard here. Oh, yeah, this was an inside move. Very strange for that to happen around this track. Brock sails it up the inside, takes over second position. Brock's got a fast car. And look at all the lap gain that, look at all the track gain that Brock has already gotten there. He is starting to close back in on the 6 car. And here we go. He is going to have to set up the 6 car, who has led from the get-go. Could this be really the second surprise winner in 3 weeks? With Joshua Michaels, though, winning this race like Quinn Kelly possible, or like, could Joshua Michaels win this race like Quinn Kelly won Ohio is a good question there, but that's going to be a question that will need to be answered throughout this race, to be honest with you, because, well, obviously, it's going to come down to that, really. A little further back, no issues for anybody so far in this event. I thought I saw, for a second, I thought I was going, uh-oh, what was that? Thought I heard a bang there on track, but apparently it was not. Meanwhile, through the pack now. Where is Fitzgerald? Fitzgerald seemed to be really quick coming through the pack, up to 20th position now. Hold on, what is going on? Anyway, 16 trying the way high line there. 88 trying another move on the inside now trying to get Kiterman and Shepard in one move. But again, this track has so many lines around it that it is one of the more competitive speedways we run. Maybe ARCSOA needs to reconsider their schedule next year, because I think Nashville should be on it. This has been actually pretty good racing out of Nashville. Multiple lines there. Also, Vershegen loses a spot to Griffith there. Meanwhile, Brock and Woodard now are doing battle for the next position on track. As now, oh wow. Here comes Brock now trying to catch up to Michaels there. And again, Brock's just got to find that dream move to get by Joshua Michaels. And I don't know if it's going to happen there, but it's going to be interesting to see if it does happen anytime soon. Also, Nick Pericles' championship's really fallen off the bandwagon lately. He was slow at Indy, slow in Ohio, slow here. Overall, just slow lately for Nick Pericles. Meanwhile, now you got Morse getting by Woodard, but Woodard's fighting back. Again, very competitive track here at the Nashville Super Speedway. Oh, wow. Sorry, I meant to go to Griffith there. Griffith now has really been trying to sail his car through the corner. I think Griffith's got a really quick car as well, but again, tires are starting to fall off here, and that's going to be a factor to keep watching as this race goes on because, as you know, tire fall off on this track, as you could see it kind of in the first run, tire fall off was quite massive around this track as well. Let's go take a look at some of the comments now. We've got a lot of 12 radio. Slow like a certain pair of cars that have a 0 and a 6 in their number. Don't make fun of Ryan's team. Carter Fitzgerald is one of the fastest cars on the track right now. Uh-oh. Thought my game froze there. Carter Fitzgerald is one of the fastest cars on the... Wow, Woodard gets into the wall again. Bethany Woodard does. And see, Carter Fitzgerald now has been getting that outside to work, but her car seems to be falling off the pace a little bit here. Fitzgerald's car looks good on new tires. Young, new tires. Oh, we got the 46 with a suspension issue now. Apparently, not affecting the 46 at all, but something to watch as we keep going here, that apparently there is a vibration on the 46 car. Just keep that in mind as we keep going here. Whoa, very close moves here. But again, at the front of the field, not a lot of change going on here. I mean, they've done some shuffling, but it's back to the same order it was about 10 laps ago. So, front of the field, although Quinn Kelly's going to be a problem, and he's been about 2 seconds off the pace all day. Not sure if he's got a cylinder going down or anything, but here comes Brock again now. Is he going to try the outside? See, Michaels is really good at parking the bus right in the middle of the track, it looks like. Oh, why is another form of NR trying to open there? Sorry. As now here comes Brock, but it looks like Brock is going to get held up by Kelly here. And again, Brock seemed to have the move made there, but lapped traffic really hurt Brock there. And Quinn Kelly, ooh, very slow through the center of the corner by Michaels there. And the top three are all nose to tail now. Brock is going to try the high line again, and I think Brock has saved his tires a little bit better than Michaels has. And it looks like Woodard sees this, and there goes Brock to the lead. Oh, well, nope. Michaels is fighting back there. And see, this is just how Nashville is. There's lines all over the place. And, well, Woodard's going to try and take over second there. Oh, Brock is going to definitely lose that spot there. We got more issues through the field. Up, excuse me there. A couple cars on pit road. That's a 22. Oh, we got the 88 blowing up. 88 grenaded the motor there. I think it was while he was pitting the 88 blew up. But the 88's going to fall out of the race, so the only DNC car left is going to be the Vershegen car, the 48. And we've got another major player pitting, I think. It's third placeman. Maybe third placeman? I've even lost where I am right now. My apologies there. That would have been the third place car. I believe has come down pit road. Morse is also on pit road as well. Brock is on pit road. Couldn't think of who was in third for a second there. But here we go. This could be a big move. If they stay green, Brock coming to the pits might be a real smart move as this race keeps going, because he's going to have those new tires and get tons of track position by short pitting and doing the undercut here. He should be about a full second and a half faster at this stage, so keep an eye on William Brock there. Has the leaders brought it down yet? Doesn't look like it. They're staying out. So William Brock should have quite a bit more speed here in his car. And look how much faster Brock is than some of the other cars around him. But again, it's all going to come down to where you can get through this traffic. Now, that's going to be Brock's big losing point is, yes, he's faster, and he has more grip in the corners, but the traffic is just going to be merciless on him. And he's going to be held up by all these lapped cars as much as possible. And not lapped cars, but slower cars. But let's just take a look at Brock's lap time there. 31:06 there compared to what the two leaders are running. Right now, that was a 30... Well, actually, he was slower than them. Well, not than Woodard there. Griffith is staying out as well. There's a lot of really slow cars there. It looks like, oh, wow. 87 car of Ethan Moore into the fence there. Tim Morse is another car that pitted with Brock here, so they should be quick. Yeah, they're about a full second faster than some of the cars they're racing. Or at least 3/10s, but Morse takes over that spot. And I believe Woodard has no, I thought Woodard was pitting. Maybe he hasn't yet. Michaels has not pitted yet either, so it's all about your pit strategy calls now, and that's not supposed to come up either. Sorry, I am clicking all over the place, and it's not working right. Some of the stuff isn't. And as you can see how slow these cars are going through the center of the corner compared to how the 15 and the 17 can... Well, the 17 is really kind of slow there. The 15 can really blast off the corner a lot better than some other cars. Farley Callahan coming down pit road as well. Tannerhill, of course, a lap down. I think Tannerhill's already pitted once before. But yes, Michaels still has a lead here at this stage in the race. And it's just going to... If this stays green, it's just going to be a pit stop battle now. And here comes Griffith down pit road now from second. And now it's Woodard. Oh, Vershagen's coming as well, so... Morse just did a 29.8. So Morse is the car to watch in comparison to a lot of these drivers. Some of these cars have not even gotten to their pit boxes yet, namely Woodard. I don't believe has gotten to his pit box yet. Or maybe he has. Oh, I'm sorry, not Woodard. Oh, Griffith, I should have said. Woodard is just now pitting. Griffith didn't even get to his pit box. And Morse was already unlapping himself. Let's take a look and see where Morse is. Yeah, Morse is going to have a huge lead here on this run, but he's going to lose all that time he gained just losing tire run, really. Right now, what the 6 is hoping is for a caution right now. He's coming down pit road. 96 is already down pit road as well. This is going to be big to see where Michael slots out in this event here. The 5 also stays out as well. Has the 5... Oh, wow. This is a tight pack here with a lot of cars of varying speeds here. Vershagen cannot seem to get the inside working there, but again, I think Tim Morse should be leading by the end of this cycle. I think Tim Morse should be leading. All because he pitted early, really. But again, how quickly will Griffith reel them in is another question. And there's Michaels coming off of pit road. And see, he had a huge lead that whole run, and now he's all the way, at least in second. And possibly will lose a spot to Griffith here. Meanwhile, I heard some scraping going on here, but I don't see anything too major happening. So now Morse leads the race over Brock. They're lapping Tannerhill. So Tannerhill must have had a really slow pit stop or something along those lines, because Tannerhill is actually on merit a lap down. Oh, what is the 79 of Lester Wester doing? Into the fence he goes. And Lester Wester not looking very strong right there. But again, remember, Michaels and Griffith have younger tires. They are going to catch these leaders, I think, by the end of this run. If not, even maybe before they pit. They're already catching Griffith, so... I'm sorry, Brock, not Griffith. I am not commentating well, and I apologize today, but... Yeah. Been a wild race. It was a wild Indy 250. I'll just say that last night. Meanwhile, Tim Morse continues to lead by quite some margin, over about 3 seconds over second place William Brock, but these two cars are flying in comparison, about a half second quicker than Brock. And in turn, well, not that much quicker than Morse, though. Brock is really slow out there right now. And I think Brock just... Oh, Brock's in the fence! William Brock does get into the fence. You don't want to do that too often, obviously, and that's going to put Michaels up into second position. So it is a big tire strategy race right now. But meanwhile, we do have time to look at some of the chats. The 60. You wanted the 60. The 60 is currently running... Remember, the 60 pitted early. 8th position. So... Carter Fitzgerald is a girl on a mission right now. Or I should say woman on a mission right now. Battling with Aiden Shepard there. Fitzgerald looking very, very strong there. Although not there in particular. I think lost a lot of momentum there. Oh, but keep in mind, Fitzgerald has slow, older tires. So that's probably hurting Fitzgerald in the long run there. They were hoping for... I think Fitzgerald was hoping... for a caution right after the pit stop cycled through. And right now, Brock is falling back like a rock. In comparison, Woodard now up into third position, trying to chase down Michaels, doing 29.6s. That's always an impressive showing there. Oh, we got Lester Wester in the fence again. There's some big handling problems with that blameless car. But no blame of the team itself. Obviously. And now that lead is starting to be chiseled away by the second group of cars that has fresher tires. So, again, I believe every car will have to pit once more, but could be an interesting showing here at the end of it, because it's going to come down to something like a pit stop cycle right here at the end, you know? Again, that lead, a full second off there. I mean, yeah. They were a full second quicker that time, but they got to get by Jamison Moore here. And what will Greg Woodard do? Woodard has now caught Michaels, but they're clawing so quickly into the lead of Morse. Will Woodard make a move here and possibly jeopardize all that time they've gained on Morse? That's always the question you've got to ask yourselves, and it looks like he's going to try that. And right there, you could just see how close the racing action is around this track. And it looks like Woodard has made it sit still that position, as, man, Bethany Woodard has been in the wall just about as many times as Lester Wester has. And look how close they are to Morse. They are within us. No, they're just over a second from Tim Morse here, and they are flying around this track in comparison. Let's go back here. The 48 car is relevant to the leader, 7 seconds back. And, oh, we got a battle here. I thought there was a battle forming there. As Michaels is going to try underneath Woodard here as they're coming up to the slow leader of Tim Morse. What a showing here. Front tire strategy here. It's going to come down to this, I think, really. Oh, we got a flasher down here in our chat box. Oh, the 4 car with engine issues. Oh, no! That's all they needed. The 4 car blows up. Gets to the inside, though. No oil on the track. And here goes Greg Woodard by the slow Quinn Kelly car. They get by Kelly really easily there. Morse is now trying the high line. Not going to work, though. Here comes Woodard to the inside to take over the lead of the race. That's going to be an easy move, I think, right there. Down low, new leader, 96 car. And they have 8 seconds on Gretchen Faust, who was one of the last cars to pit. Also, or one of the earliest cars to pit. Also, Jared Vershegen on a move now, clawing through the field. And this is going to be, again, a race that you're going to have to be real careful about how lap cars are dealt with, because these two cars have an 8-second lead, and if there's no caution, it's going to be one of these two, I believe. And it depends also how long they stay out, though. So it's going to depend on how long you stay out, as Bethany Woodard now is going to be the next car. I wonder who she's going to help in this lead group. Here comes Greg Woodard now. We got another alert here. Engine damage 78 car, so Miyazaki. Oh, we got a crash! That's going to be a yellow flag right there. And I think probably everybody wanted that, because that's going to get everybody back on the same pit stop cycle right there. So I saw the 78 blew up, and that's going to bring out the yellow flag, and that's going to bunch the field right back up. So the 78 has grenaded the motor here, and we're going to see what happens to the 78 car here on the front stretch. They're driving along. Is that Roy that hits? Yes, Rich Roy's the one that hits Misaki, and around goes the 78. I'm not sure why Roy just didn't drive to the left or the right of Misaki rather than hitting her and spinning her out, but that's a question we have to ask him later. Meanwhile, everyone brings it down pit road as everybody's tires were starting to go out on them there. So, again, probably a good move for everybody to pit. Just going to say that. As they're on pit road now. Carter Fitzgerald was in 8th position, just got to her box, so that just kind of shows how long it takes to pit around here. Michaels is off of pit road. Fitzgerald had a slow run to her pit box, I think, there. Going to lose a number of spots there. Yeah, going to lose them. Oh, that's because of, obviously, never mind. That wasn't 6th in. My apologies. But, here we go as the field is lining up once again here. Michaels will lead over Woodard. Wow, Chase Dunbar 3rd. Wow. Michelson is having a really good run today with Dunbar in 3rd and Michaels in the lead. This could be a good points day for them, especially considering that they are way down the points order. They will, of course, be an ARCSOA Lights team next year. The Michelson team will be. Not sure who their drivers will be because ARCSOA Lights has not been determined to anything yet. But, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the chat right now. 27 car. 27 did not qualify, actually. Dylan, I am sorry there. 27 car did not qualify for this event. They were still in relegation, and the 27 just wasn't very quick. We got another thing there. Points and laughs at Roy's at Roy Inc. Haha. That one's actually kind of funny. That one's funny. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan, for making me have a laugh. Not going to be long left in this race. I think they should be able to make it on one tire run now. Or it'll be close. 22 laps on a tire run. That might be a bit much. But I think if you pit, it's going to be race suicide. So, you don't want to do that either, so. Again. Here we go, they're going to line up. No cars one lap down, at least. That's pretty important, actually. Any last questions here for me before we get back green? Next race should be the Charlotte Roval, actually. So, do not fret anything about that. The Charlotte Roval will be next, and then it's Talladega and Ice Planet after this. So there's only 3 races to go after this one. So we're coming down to the nitty-gritty here, and where is Noah Hart running, out of curiosity? We haven't seen much of him all day. Noah Hart is, of course, the points leader by an entire race point lead, and he's running 16th. Not a great points day. Obviously, doing better than Bethany Woodard in 27th. But a couple more questions. No one did. That car was empty this week. There may be another driver coming next week. Possibly. If anybody wants it, the 8 car is available for you. Landry will be another one in ARCSOA lights next year. Here we go. Green flag is out and away we go. And great start there by Joshua Michaels. And another good start by a lot of drivers there. Quinn Kelly really holding up that inside line there. Ryan Griffin also out of nowhere running 5th. Haven't seen that all day. We go down the order here. There's some other drivers in that group as well. Very close quarters pack racing now in the middle of this pack as they're all trying to get by some of these slower cars. Cars diving and weaving to get by each other there. Just got to be careful that you don't do anything stupid. And it looks like Farley Callahan's getting a little annoyed behind the 34 car there. Got to be real careful you're not causing incidents there, as you know what I mean. Ooh. Beth Woodard now. Right. Faust and Woodard now really close to each other there. Michaels has a huge lead, though, over Woodard there. But again, don't count your chickens before they're hatched, before the eggs are hatched, because this has all been tire strategy, really. And we've seen as a run goes on, Michaels tends to lose that lead pretty fast, actually. Although, last couple laps have been very quick by Michaels. Tim Morrison 3rd, Chase Dunbar 4th. Morse really needed those tires. Where's Carter Fitzgerald been? Fitzgerald is fallen way back. Down to 17th from 8th. Or 12th on the restart. And not in a good position there in terms of line placement there for Fitzgerald. But, again, one of the fastest cars all day. Ooh, that's Chester Lester Wester going very slow through the center of the corner there. Again, just be careful. You're not causing any incidents here as Michaels has a large lead over Woodard and then the pack. I think Joshua Michaels could be on the way to winning for Maine. Looking out here, nothing interesting on the chat so far that I need to report. Ooh, Dunbar on Morse. Another interesting thing from the chat, though. Ryan Matthews, you are exactly correct. Slower cars plus new tires equals pulling hair out. Yeah, Indy 250, anything's possible. I think Woodard is just taking it easy. Well, if he takes it any easier, he's not going to win this race. If he takes it any easier, he'll be on a beach in Cabo San Lucas. So, yeah, he's got to pick up the pace a little bit here because Michaels now can fall off the turnip truck and still probably win it at this rate with the amount of lead he has over everybody else. Although Vershagen now has really kind of clawed his way through this pack. I'm interested to see if that's going to help Jared out here to try and get through this pack, maybe get a podium today. Jared Vershagen might. Here he goes. He's looking underneath the 35 of Dunbar. Not going to get the move that time, but I mean, they're almost 5 seconds off of race leader Michaels there, and Woodard's continuing to lose spots here on Michaels, and they're over half of 10 seconds down, so they're over 5 seconds behind now race leader Michaels. But again, is that car going to fall off the turnip truck? Is that the big question there? Because now Verstegen has passed a couple of cars, and he's still doing 29s, even though so is Michaels, but he was doing 29s through the pack. So that could be interesting as we keep going in this event. But again, Woodard is not looking strong either, so... Also, big mover is the 5 of Noah Hart. He is up into this leading pack, or up into this tertiary pack here. Again, you just got to make sure you're not getting into trouble here. That's all I got to say, and you're not burning up your tires too much. Because now, like I said, Michaels has such a huge lead. Again, I don't think there's anything... I'm not seeing much with 9 to go, Woodard being able to catch anything here. Without a caution, really. Joshua Michaels could be the next Quinn Kelly this season and getting a shock victory. Michaels has, of course, won an ARCSOA before, but he had a factory ride a number of years ago, maybe 5-10 seasons ago. And that's where he got that victory. It's actually maybe even a little longer than that. Michelson Motorsports was not supposed to be a race-winning contender, and they're 1st and 4th right now. And he is currently gaining. Currently gaining right now. 4 seconds over Greg Woodard. And now, a couple other cars right now in position to possibly get points now. I mean, really, without a caution, I don't think anybody but Michaels is going to get this win unless something really dumb happens, but Michaels is just on cruise control now and continues to gap Woodard. The driver that I'm watching, and even now, Verstegen isn't even gaining either. I mean, I'm trying to think, is there anybody still in the 29s? I don't see anybody in the 29s. Just making sure everybody's running normally at this point. Again, 29.9 for Joshua Michaels. There's no one going to catch him at this rate. Not a person's going to catch him at this rate. Again, I think Woodard played it too cautiously on that start there. There is a lap car of Quinn Kelly that might be a factor, but outside of that, I mean, he's not gaining nearly as much anymore over Woodard, but it's still sizable. But he's still gaining. 48 getting a second not out of the picture. Good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't see that one happening. Yeah, Room of Doom probably watching the 6. Well, we saw that with Quinn Kelly. 6 and the 35, because the 35 shouldn't be up there either, to be honest with you, and 35 is up there. Only a handful of laps to go, and now... Well, that lead is shrinking. Oh, no, it's growing. Never mind. I thought it was shrinking. Who got into the fence? Oh, Kelly got into the fence. Well, that's going to actually help Michaels out that Kelly got into the fence. That's going to make Michaels' life even easier. Blast right by. Blast right by. And, well, now... Excuse me. Now we've got Michaels, well, maybe Lester Westers are going to be a factor by the end of this, but looks like Woodard is starting to close in a bit there, half a second that lap, but you got to get more than that now at the end of this one. There's 4 to go, and you're only getting a half a second a lap now? Good luck. That was half a second while you were lapping, while Michaels was lapping somebody as Kelly nearly gets the wall again there. And again, Michaels went a lot faster that time and is re-pulling out on the lead there. Michaels might have some issues at the end of the race, maybe the last lap, especially with Lance Calvin going 118 through the center of the corner. And, yeah, these two bozos in the back here, they're going to be fun for Michaels to get by, maybe, on the last lap, maybe. But really, if I'm Michaels, I'd be backing out. You got 5.5 seconds over second place. So, if I'm Michaels, back out, don't deal with the lap cars. Kelly's in the fence again. Woodard blast by. It's going to be a white flag for Joshua Michaels. I mean, it's been a very calm finish to this race as Michaels takes the white flag. Going to be another upset. We were not expecting Joshua Michaels to be this strong. Honestly, and, well, now, I don't think he might even get that lap car of Lester Wester there. If there was one more lap, well, actually, he might be having to deal with Lester Wester, but other than that, Joshua Michaels is going to come off the final corner, and he is going to win the round of Nashville. In an upset, really. We were not expecting Joshua Michaels to win this race. Second is going to go to Greg Woodard. And third is going to go to Jared Vershegen, filling in there. Good run by Faber in fourth. Fifth is Faust. Faust needed that. Definitely needed that. Sixth to Pliskin. 7 to Noah Hart. Hart's going to most likely extend his point lead to the majority of the people contending and eliminate a lot more cars. So with that, obviously it's not official until Room of Doom is done off screen. But Joshua Michaels is your victor today. Kind of an upset victory there. Dunbar fell back to 8th. He was running 4th there for a while. Woodard 2nd, Vershegen 3rd, Faber 4th, Faust 5th, Pliskin 6th, Hart 7th, Dunbar 8th, Callahan 9th, Kiterman 10th, Longstocking 11th, Brock 12th, Griffin 13th, Abbott 14th, Fitzgerald 15th, Morse 16th, Jones 17th, Fitzwater 18th, Shepard 19th, Moore 20th, 21st to Curtis 22nd, to Pericles 23rd, to Monaco 24th, to Roy, and 25th to Grainer. Let me actually take the export this time. And with that, I don't have anything else to add, so we are done for today. It's been a very calm race, kind of like what we needed for Nashville after that crazy Indy 250.